I want to protect my livelihood. Yes, I want to, like most black professionals today, I want to protect my salary, my comfort zone. But he went outside of that comfort zone. He didn't wait for somebody else to do it. He did it himself. And I'm sure there were others with him. I'm sure there are others, came along, just like there were others with Martin Luther King that are very rarely mentioned. But the mere fact that we as black professionals today could sit here and say, well, I don't want to do it simply because I might lose all that. And that fear is somewhat justified. I understand it. But we're still fighting a fight that if we don't do it, we're going to be wiped off the face of this earth. It's just history alone.
I think it's more than courage. I think when you get to that point, the fear factor is gone.
Yes.
I think you're spiritually led and you're going to do this because of this cause and it's the right thing to do regardless of what other people think. For some reason, this charge has been given to me and this charge I'm going to keep, okay? And so he understood being in this position that it carries some other things, some other dangers and risks. And he factored that in as well as other leaders. When you take on a position like this, you know people are gonna come at you. And he withstood everything, okay? And it gets to a point where you're numb to all of the detractors and the distractions, the detours, okay? So I believe that to get here, he took so many detours because this was his destiny. God prepared him and developed him in other facets of his life to sit right here. And one of the things I could say that he probably relied on too is so many other people who kind of put a wall around him, insulated him from some of the things, as well as other people who had to be insulated. At the same time, they came together. And so I don't know if we ever see that in Miami again. The support that he had, the courage you alluded to, the fact that I'm going to do this for the cause for my people. And I don't think he was interested in making history. He was doing this because it's the right thing. And as far as the naming of the courthouse, I actually think more buildings around it should be named after African Americans, okay?
Long overdue.
Long overdue, okay? And so I'm so appreciative to be here, and maybe others would think about what we have to go through as a people today. And I retired from the county, but I teach at a private school, and I teach them everything. If the governor DeSantis came here and told me I can't teach this, man, what are you going to do? What does your bill say? You don't sit here and tell me that because of your children and other people's children that they should not feel guilty about what their ancestors did back then. What about what you're doing today? What about the rights you're taking from us right in front of our faces today? How are we supposed to feel? You only care about your ancestors, what about ours? So we're supposed to, you don't care how we feel? Right in our faces, you're taking our right to vote, making it difficult to vote. And so these, in some instances, things may be worse today than they were back then.